Have you heard about the plan to rename South East Queensland to Brisbane? This could be a massive change to how this corner of Queensland is talked about, and I'm sure it will not be a popular decision with many if it does go ahead. But you may be surprised at some of the figures who actually support the proposal. But before I get to that, let's look at what it's all about. This has all come about thanks to the upcoming 2032 Brisbane Olympic and Paralympic Games. At the moment, South East Queensland consists of Greater Brisbane, which is made up of Brisbane, Logan, Ipswich, Redland and Moreton Bay local government areas, along with another 7 LGAs, or shires: Sunshine Coast, Noosa, Gold Coast, Scenic Rim, Lockyer Valley, Toowoomba and Somerset. This cluster of 12 LGAs takes up a massive area, around 22,420 square kilometres. That's larger than the entire country of Wales and also bigger than Israel. While it only takes up about 1.3% of the state's total area, it is home to around 70% of Queensland's population, over 3.8 million people. As you'd probably know, there will be Olympics events held beyond the Greater Brisbane area. Toowoomba will host equestrian events. The Gold Coast will likely host a heap, including everything from beach volleyball to judo and wrestling, as well as hockey, among others. Then there's the Sunshine Coast, which will host events including the marathon and mountain biking. While other LGAs such as the Scenic Rim and Somerset are not likely to be hosting any events, they may still benefit from infrastructure projects and tourism promotion around the events. So with all of this as background, last week news came out that the Brisbane 2032 Olympic Committee President Andrew Liveris, along with other key figures, is pushing for a rebrand of South East Queensland to Brisbane. He's already been referring to the area as the Brisbane City region. He says it's necessary to capitalise on the focus of the world on this area that the Olympics will bring by turning to a unified focus on collective success together, saying, "When we promote one another, we win as one." Of course, it's not a surprise that Brisbane's Lord Mayor Adrian Schrinner supports the idea, saying that it enhances collaboration between councils. But what about other mayors? Surely they're not so keen to get lumped in with Brisbane City. Before I get to what the other LGAs have to say, let me first give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, a local business doing Brisbane proud as winner of Finder's 2024 Travel Insurance Awards for Value, Wise and Silent Travel Insurance. They won the 2024 Value Award because it costs less on average but covers you for more. They're also the official travel insurance provider for Australian passengers on Scoot Airlines, backed by a global insurance provider and a 24/7 medical assistance team. The rave reviews on Trustpilot confirm that you can travel with total peace of mind if you choose Wise and Silent for your next overseas trip. Click this QR code or the link in the video description to get an exclusive 10% discount on your premium. But let's get to what the other councils have to say about being lumped in with Brisbane on the global stage. Well, that's the surprising part. It seems the leaders of other shires are supportive of the idea. Sunshine Coast Mayor Rosanna Natoli backs the idea, saying in 2032, game spectators won't be concerned about which local government area they're in. When they're moving from one event to another, they'll expect a seamless and world-class experience, supported by integrated connectivity. We must continue to be unified in our commitment to making it easier to move people across the region before, during and after the Games in 2032. How about the Gold Coast Mayor Tom Tate? Well, he also supports it as long as the Gold Coast doesn't lose its own identity. He says that he's all for the use of a single unified brand name for the region to maximise the global opportunity of the Olympic Games. A coalition of South East Queensland councils has voiced agreement with the idea, saying when SEQ councils work together as one region, we have the strength to partner with and influence the decisions of our state and federal colleagues. So would a rebrand really serve to unite the region? And perhaps a bigger question would be, if things go pear-shaped and we don't end up delivering an absolutely brilliant Games, will the 12 LGAs be equally willing to share the failure, or will they instantly revert to identifying as South East Queensland to distance themselves from it? If you're watching this and live in any of the LGAs affected, how do you feel about the idea? I'd love to hear from you. And the important question for me here on the Brisbane channel is this: if the term Brisbane comes to define the cluster of 12 LGAs currently labelled as South East Queensland, what does that mean for the Brisbane channel? Will I have to start including updates on what's happening on the Sunshine Coast, the Gold Coast, Toowoomba? That's a massive area, and I'm already flat out keeping up with just the Greater Brisbane area. But on the other hand, it could mean more interesting content, as there's a lot that goes on in other areas that could make the channel more engaging. And of course, it may appeal to a broader audience and grow the channel. But on the other hand, I don't want the content to become watered down just so I can fit the whole region in. I don't know. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. If you're new to the channel, we do weekly updates on everything happening across Greater Brisbane and also other videos on all things Brisbane. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of it. And here's the latest weekly update for you to check out. It's a good one. You should watch it. Yeah, check it out. See ya.